welcome to my new video. This is the extension of my last video. In the last video, I have explained what is TOON format and why you need TOON format. So in this video, I'll be explaining how you can use TOON format, right? So I will explain about the syntax of TOON and also I'll show you a small demo like how you can use it in your LangChain applications, right? So in the last video, I've explained TOON is a similar technology like your JSON. It can be an alternative to your JSON when we use LLM applications. So you can think like this TOON is specially designed to save your LLM cost in your applications, and also it will save computing since TOON is a encoded data format, right? So let us quickly see some TOON syntax. So before that, let us see this is a JSON string. So here you are using key value pairs, and those are enclosed by your curly braces, right? So if I convert the same string into TOON, here it is like you have to keep name and Alice. So no need to use those curly braces. The minimal punctuation you need to use in your TOON format, right? So there are some rules applicable when you write keys in a TOON format data. So the valid keys are you have to use alphanumeric characters like user 1, 2, 3, name 2. So both alphabet and number you can use in a TOON key. You can use underscore, so you can keep your key like user underscore ID, first underscore name like that. So you can as well use hyphens, so user hyphen ID, first hyphen name, those are also allowed. And your keys must start with letter or underscores. So your key cannot be start with number or any special character. So there are some restrictions while you are using keys, like your keys cannot contain spaces. Like you can write your keys like first space name. You cannot use special character in your keys as well. So user at the rate ID. So those you cannot use in a TOON format. Then, as I said, so your key should be start with letter and underscore, not with number. So you cannot write your key like 1, 2, 3 users. TOON support, all JSON primitive types. Like where JSON support, the TOON will also support the same data types. Like you can write your string in unquoted if there are no special characters. So you can directly define your value like Alice, San Francisco, right? And no need to put double quote within the string, right? So, and if you are using any special character in your string like hello, comma, word or exclamation mark, so here you have to enclose your string in quote, right? So it support quoted string as well. It also support numbers. You can keep number, decimals, big integers, right? You can keep scientific values. So those also you can keep without quoted string, right? Then it supports booleans, so you can keep true, false like that in your value, and you can put null value as well, so like middle name null or deleted at null. So here all these data types are supported in TOON. You also can keep nested objects in your TOON as well. If you see a nested JSON object, it is look like this. You have user object which has name and address, two key, and your address key contain another object which is city and zip. The way you like this, like you encloses it by multiple curly braces, right? So if I convert it into TOON formats, you need to keep user, then you need to keep two space, then you need to write the another key like name, right? Then address. Like each nesting label uses exactly two spaces, and this is configurable. So, but two is the standard that can use. So there is a nice process TOON followed when it represent the tabular arrays. So in JSON, while you are writing a tabular array, so you basically put it in a curly braces. So here the problem is in each object the keys are repeated. The ID, name, and department key suppose used in these strings, those are repeated in three objects. In this way, the token sizes are increases unnecessarily, right? So in TOON, how they define, they create the employee object, and they also mention the length of the employee object is 3, so they enclose it in square bracket. Then they define the keys once, ID, name, department, salary. So they once they define the keys, and if you see, then they wrote the values only. So these three records, so those are separated into commas. So each values are separated with commas. Okay. This is the standard method Toon uses while it represent a tabular array. And also here, if your value contains commas, then instead of comma splitting, you can keep a custom delimiter as well. So that you can define like this. Suppose you wanted to separate your value with pipe operator, pipe delimiter. Okay. Now while you defining the object, then you write like this RSS, then your object length, then you write your delimiters. Then once you define that, in your value you separate the values by pipe delimiters. In this way, you can use custom delimiters. So instead of pipe, you can use colon, you can use semicolon. So all these delimiter you can use. So let me tell you how you can write non-uniform objects in Toon, right? Suppose you have a list array like this in your JSON. How you write, like your list arrays are enclosures with your square bracket. Then you have two objects. One object contain ID, name, and spec key, and another object contain ID, name, and price key. So it is non-uniform. Your spec key is contain another object, but that object is not there in your second object, right? So in if you're writing non-uniform object, then in Toon how you can define it? Like you can define it by writing a hyphen parameter in each object, right? So you can see your product is a array which have two objects. One object is represented by a hyphen and it has ID, name, and space, and another object start with another hyphen like which is ID, name, and price. So here how you can represent the non-uniform objects in Toon. So you can also define inline arrays in Toon. So in JSON the inline arrays are represented with again the square bracket. So you don't write keys. So you only keep 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this. The numbers, this is a number array, and in the colors this is a string array, so you keep it red, blue, and green. And if you're keeping a boolean array, it's like true, false, like that, right? In Toon how you can do that, like it's the same, like your number is object, the length is 5, so you can define that. Then you need to keep 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this. Your color array object has three elements and which has red, blue, and green. Directly you can write that, right? So this is how you can define inline arrays in Toon. So let us see a small demo on how you can use TOON format in a LangChain application. Here, first I have imported the required packages. If you see, so I'm using TOON format packages, and I'm using the encode method. And here are the classes for LangChain, right? So let me run this, and I have kept my environment variable in my .env file, and I uploaded using the load underscore .env method. Now, if you see, I've used a JSON object. So this is my order JSON. Here, all my order informations are there, which will basically consumed by my LLM. So I have order object, which have two key like ID date, and customer object, which have again ID, name, and email, like that. It's a complex nested JSON object. Let me run this string. So this is going to use by my LLM application, my LangChain applications, right? So here I have initiated my LLM variables. So I am using GPT-4o mini variables. First I'll use it in JSON. Then we'll see how you can use it in Toon, and you can save some token cost, right? So if you see, this is my prompt variable where I'm writing a prompt. Like in the system prompt, I've defined you are a business analyst agent, and like from the following order JSON summarize the order details. So I need to summarize this order, right? And here I've passed my order JSON as order JSON variable, right? Then I've used a output parser. Then I've created a chain, LLM chain, which use the prompt, LLM, and the output parsers. Now this is my order JSON variable. So I am loading the JSON string I have defined above, and directly I am passing it into my prompt. Now I'm invoking the LLM chain we have created it here. So and kept the result in a result variables. So get underscore opening underscore callback method I have used to see the token usage and the cost. So this particular method provide all these informations. So with this, if I execute this code, I can see I can get these informations, the order summary, which are generated through my LLM chain. And if you see here, it uses the 397 prompt tokens, and the completion token is 344, and total token it uses 741. Now the same code if I use with TOON, let us see how much token we have saved, right? So here what I have done, like first whatever JSON we have defined, we have converted them into TOON format. So by using the encode functions, we have converted them into TOON string. Here is the TOON string of the defined object. Then the same code I will use, and only I will revise the prompt a little bit. So in the prompt I have mentioned, like from the following order, TOON format, summarize the order details. And the order TOON is like my order TOON variables. So the encoded value we have generated. So I have passed over here, right? And same I have used a output parser and also created a chain by using prompt, LLM and output parser. Now with the get OpenAI callback method, I have executed my LLM chain and saved the value in my result variable. So here if you see, I have passed the order tool to my prompt template. So if I run this, you can see it also gave me the order summary. And the benefit what I can get is now my prompt token is used 271. So earlier it was, if you see, 397. Now with this TOON format, my input token was 271. So almost 40% token I have reduced, right? This is how you can use TOON format. So please use this format instead of JSON while you are creating any LLM applications which uses JSON data or tabular data extensively. Let us see you in another video. Thank you so much for watching.